Not good. I lost the rudder. Shaddy, come on, give me a break, please. Broke off again. Just fell down the bloody steps. Thrown across the cabin. Oof. Up on the floor after hitting the chart table. Welcome to another edition of Adventures of an Old Seadog. This is the video that takes us over to Africa. As the title says, I sailed alone across the Indian Ocean. It was a hard sail. It's gonna get rougher than this, that's why we're doing this. The wind was mostly behind us, so I decided to take the mainsail down. And the thing with that is when you start to pull the sail down, it sticks to the rigging as the wind is coming from behind, and it's real hard to pull it. That should have been tighter. I don't know why that's gone loose. That shouldn't be doing that. That's not good. All right. So without the mainsail up, I can now put the foresail out on the pole and get myself pointing further downwind. Broken. Rudder should be down there, not there. Then my wind turbine started to spin out of control. The only way to stop him is old school, throw a rope at it. It works. When a boat rolls like this, you really have to be careful. As I say, one hand for yourself, one for the boat. Always have hold of something all the time. Down below it was no better. You can't tell from this, but everything was moving, big style. And it wasn't very comfortable. And a tad scary. That's my fiddle rail that I made just to stop stuff coming off the table. But yeah, if you look here, this is that's me colliding with the table last night. That's for real. That split that piece of wood, and it hurt. Still a bit sloppy, and the wind is blowing after last night. It was pretty gruesome last night, I have to say. Not good. I lost the rudder off the auto helm. Well, I didn't lose it, it's on board, I got it back, but it's broke off again. The fastening broke. It was that rough, it bust the repair that I did. I mean, it was nasty. And then below, later, I was thrown across the cabin, and I was getting some dried mushrooms out ready to cook, and I ended up on the floor after hitting the chart table. I split the top of the chart table and hurt my abdomen. So I think I'm okay, but it's painful. So now I've got no auto helm and I can't steer the boat without it. I managed to do that before, but it's not working at the moment. The weather's coming down. I'm going to try again shortly. See if I can balance the boat like in the old days before they invented those things. The wind pilot. So that's where we are. And we're about another 4 days out. I don't want to hand helm for 4 days. It's rough out here. It's too dangerous to be out here. Well, it was. It's coming down now. It was too dangerous to be on the deck last night. And after nearly getting washed overboard last week, I'm very wary of that. Here we go again. Look at this. Wow. Wow, what's that on the back of the boat there? It looks like an auto helm rudder. Because it is an auto helm rudder. Yes, I pulled that out of the Oggin last night. She's got a wind vane off, old hydro there, so she's having a little rest. So I'm wondering how to get it back on. That belongs down there. I got to get it on the shaft, and then when I'm doing that, put a pin through there. That's what broke last night. That's the repair I did earlier. Look at this. She needs some love and care, I know, sweetheart, me too. Bearing in mind we are in one of the most dangerous oceans in the world. We're coming up to the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. You know, the Capes, people die there when their ships sink, you know. yeah, and here I am adrift. I need pizza. We started to do some good miles, so I decided to hand steer. I didn't want to waste those miles. It was hard work staying on the deck all that time in that kind of weather. She was also trying to fight me. It was hard to stay on course. We had a thing called the Aguilus current, which you'll learn about more a bit later in the video, but that was pulling us all over the place. But yeah, it was good to be moving again and getting somewhere. Foresail Furler Stuck again, so I'm up on the front of the boat trying to get that fixed. Wedging the camera in, watching my birdie friends fly around. They're giving me great pleasure. That's the first sort of living things I've seen for a couple of weeks now. The boat smells, I smell, I'm tired. I just want this trip to be over, and with the rough weather and doldrums from yesterday, and I think tomorrow again, we're going to be delayed by 2 or 3 extra days. So I'm going to miss the weekend partying in Richards Bay. Apparently it's a town that likes to party. We'll find out. The furler is stuck again. It will work, but only just. Camera flattens it out, but it is very rolly. That one coming in now, that's probably about 4 meters. Maybe a bit less actually, it's not a particularly big one. But the boat is just rolling, won't stop. A brave new morning, or is it? I've got to be brave this morning. Well, I'm not sure what's happening. We're going around this big piece of current, getting all the gear ready, gonna have a go at putting the rudder back on. Gonna need the harness. This is gonna be a bit dodgy. Yeah, the swell started again, isn't it? The idea of doing it now, we thought there'd be no swell, but there's swell. Right, I'm going to try and get that on there. I'm not holding my breath. Yeah, it wasn't doing this 20 minutes ago. By the time I prepped the job and done it all, it started to come up, and now it's going crazy. You know, it's just because I'm hanging off the back of the boat. That's all it is. Trying to kill my ass. Oh, come on! Thank you, thank you. Come on, up, ah! I need this fixing. I need this for 300 miles more. I need it, please, please, please. Can't do it. I'm just totally exhausted. One more. Yes! 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 Stay there. Don't move. Don't come off. God's sake, please don't come off. Stay. Don't untie. Right, I gotta get the pin in. Right. Don't come off, please, please, please don't untie. Yes! 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 Nothing stops the old Seadog. Yeah, baby! Woo! I'm gonna get back on without killing myself. Move! something missing. Okay, now for the finishing touches. Later on it's a windless evening, and so he's not actually doing any work now. I fixed him, got the engine started. I got a little fella just up there. He landed on the boat about half an hour ago. It's going to be a beautiful evening tonight, but we're still in the grips of this current, and I've had to start the engine for a reason. I just discovered this. That's current. The dot on the right hand side of the big red circle is me, and I need to get over down on the left down there, and that current is in my way. I didn't know about that current. I know about other currents that I have to avoid, or rather use to my advantage, but this is something completely different and out of the blue. Yeah, there's a ship out there, and my little friend has brought a friend. So there's these two. I got guests for the evening. Oh, look at them, they're cute. I was trying to prepare for what I knew was coming, and I was looking around the ship's defences, if you like, defences against water. I'd got a few water dams up round the side, dodges if you will, but not there. So I decided to use some fenders. That's tampon for obvious, that's what I call him. You can see why. And his mate there, they're doing a good job. Better do this now and not be sorry later. Hard going for the hydrovane. But since I mended him, he's doing okay, but he's not having a good time out there. In the cockpit, got the solar blanket. That's attached to my auxiliary batteries, which need topping up. The main batteries are getting a good old fix from Turby, however. I'm going to have to stop him at some point, because he's going to overrun himself, spin himself out of existence. Also built a wave dam inside the Dodger, stop the water from going down below. The approach to South Africa is known as a technical sail. Lot to be taken into account. There's a huge current here called the Aguilus current. You've got to play it just right to get yourself into shore. Also got the old-fashioned stuff on board, a barometer, and he's dropping. Oof. Yeah, that was a wave hitting the boat on the outside. First time I've ever caught it on camera. I hear the sound. And as I had expected, the wind came and it was blooming strong. You could see the hydrovane behind me pushed over to one side there. It was rough. Decided once again to get the mainsail down. It's a dangerous job because you're on deck, you're exposed, and it's not always possible to have yourself tied on because there's just too much entanglement. So you have to sort of freestyle it, if you will, at times. So you've got to be very, very careful. All was good, got it down and tied up on the boom. Then it was to the safety of below decks, but then this happened. The boat's turned and taken us further away from land. I'll try and talk you through this. It's always the same when you have to go on deck in the middle of the night. You're groggy from sleep, you're tired, you do this, you stop, you take it in what's going on around you. This is my soft lock system that holds the steering, the helm I should say. It had loosened up and we'd come off course, so I had to readjust it. But yeah, you always take a little time to look at the wind, look at the weather, try and judge what's happening before you do any action at all. And after a few moments of taking stock of what was happening, I could see that the hydrovane, was well overwhelmed. So I decided to lock him off, and I'd spend time on the helm manually steering the boat for a while. It was the currents that were messing everything around. We got wind against current, we got all kinds of stuff. Look at that sea getting blown away with the wind. And you're longing for the morning, you're longing for the light. So we finally made it to the coast of South Africa. I need to be down here at Richards Bay, and the weather's coming that way, so I can't get there. But on my side is this, a little thing I'm going to try now, is the Aguilus current that runs down the coast of Africa. You can see the way it's scored out the sea bottom there. We're actually just here, so I'm hoping that I can cross over and get a ride down the way, but the weather's in my face, so I don't know what's going to happen. We'll find out. But this is a famous current. It can be quite violent. I think not today,
I'm just hoping that when I cross this little barrier here, which is where it's scored a line on the ocean floor, we can get a free ride. That would be nice. We're only 30 miles. I can't get down here. It's so frustrating.
All I could do is hang on. Everything in South Africa is big. The wind is big, the waves are big, the currents are big. So again, as I said, hanging on was the order of the day. And that's where I had a problem.
Just fell down the bloody steps.
I'm still aching from when I hit the corner of the chart table the other day. That's still sore. I left a lump on my side. Gotta be so careful. It's a long drop down. I worry about breaking bones. But the work goes on, bruises or no. If something happens on the deck, you've got to go out there and fix it. This is a sailing boat. Somebody's got to sail it.
Getting a tad wet in here. I just had 4 big waves hit the boat. My bunk's covered up because it's got wet, and I'm trying not to get it wetter. It's coming through. That's the main salon hatch. I know the seals have gone, but I can't get replacements here. I've tried my best to stop it leaking, but you get hit by force by some of these big waves. I mean, it's just horrendous and scary. It's been a hateful trip. I'm all in, I really am. I was so close, yet so far. And the wind's against me here. And there's another storm coming. I'm only 30 miles from the port and I can't get there. Very frustrating. Might mean another night at sea, but we're so close to land. Last night I hardly slept. I was only 10 miles from the coast. That's not a good time to go to sleep on a boat. Barometer's rising, but so far on this trip that doesn't mean jack. We're just about on it. Are we going to turn or not? Oh dear, it doesn't look good, does it? We're turning the wrong way. Should be going that way, that way. Shaddy at least is pointed in the right direction. We want to be up there. And we've just got a bit of wind coming now. And so I timed that well. Supposed to be down there. Come on, girl. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
For many hours I was so close to the shore coming down the coast. A local boat followed me down and then I had to make the turn. There's the entrance there and it pretty much put the boat on the side. Not this shot, I wasn't filming at the time. It was so rough, but eventually I was inside and there in front of me was the marina. And then it was all over. As I slipped into the river and up towards the marina, I knew that Shaddy and I would live again to fight another day. Because we were now in Africa. Yeah, I love those big dramatic endings. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Many thanks to my wonderful patrons for their incredible support. Thank you, thank you. All my media is here. I will be back with the next video very soon. Don't miss it, because it's all about Africa and it's brilliant. Cheers.